Okay, excellent. I'm here this morning to talk to you on behalf of Friendsgiving, David Kosmitter and Anka's uh, generous contribution to our industry. We're going to talk about trading SunnyBands short term today. Often I just show daily charts, and so I'm going to show some intraday charts. My passion is in helping traders become excellent traders. This talks for people who have not yet become wildly successful and want to, people who have not traded much and want to learn, and also folks who want to improve their trading results. So if you're one of those, please get in contact with me. I would love to help you. So it's for beginners and intermediates of both types. I do I do have people often that call me and say, I just blew out my account. How can you help me? Well, if you could call me before you blow out your account, that would really help. Here's the disclaimer. There is risk of loss in everything. Anything I show you here can be assumed that it's hypothetical results, and they have limitations because they've not been tested against the real market. Also, everything I say here is for educational purposes only. Past performance is not a predictor of future results. All investing includes risk of loss. We all have losses. All traders have losses. You can lose some or all of your money. Your capital is at risk when you're trading, and never risk more than you can afford to lose. I have our full disclosures and details on moneymentor.com, which is down here at the bottom of the slide. And you can read those. I'm also going to post the slides as a PDF, so you could see it after the presentation just by going to moneymentor.com and going to the membership area. If you're not yet a member, please just sign up. It's free. Anybody can become a member. And the talk is for educational purposes only. So many folks start their trading and investing portfolios by choosing stocks. They don't know exactly which stocks they want to choose usually, but that's where they start, is by buying and selling stocks. Not all people know how to pick the right stocks, however. I'm going to show you how to use my proprietary indicators in this talk and help you pick stocks. I'm going to teach you how to use SunnyBands to trade futures, stocks, and crypto. I use them in all kinds of markets. I am a professional trader. I've been trading in January 42 years. And I trade both futures and stocks and crypto. I don't trade options though. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself first, and then we're going to go on to the presentation. Here's a quote I got about a week ago. You can use SunnyBands for options on QQQ. When it goes purple, I go. It's a sure bet. Price crosses over the lower outer band sometimes, so wait a couple bars within the lower outer band. Catch it on Friday on options expiration and sell puts. It's a sure thing. I did it on Tesla too. This is Aaron, who's called to tell me that. Here's another one. It says nice bands. This morning I did a couple of quick MES buys and sells. Then I bought into an upward moving ES, which was signaled by my indicator, the dynamic moving average histogram. I followed it to the top, SunnyBand, closed, sold short at the top, SunnyBand, followed it to the bottom. A $4,000 account returned $2,000 profit in one day. So not bad to get 50% on your move of that day. Here's another one. I made $5,772 on the first day of my free trial of SunnyBands. He told me exactly where the turns were, even with the high volatility today. You are one of the very few people that allows test drives. It's nothing short of amazing. So I've been trading since 1981 through all the crashes of this century and the last, as well as the 38% COVID crash, all those going short. I trade the S&P 500 futures contract on 1 and 5 minute charts, and I've been doing it for almost 42 years. I do have long-term stock holdings. To me, that means a week or more. That's long-term. And I have a little bit of cryptocurrencies. Today, I'm going to show you how I trade short and long-term charts using SunnyBands and my dynamic moving average, DMA. And you can sign up for my free Sunday night newsletter in which I explain all my indicators and talk about where I think they're going in the current market. It's free. And I explain what they're telling me. And if you can't find it, email me. I'm Sunny, SUNNY at moneymentor.com. That's that. Or you can click above when you find the PDF, just go to moneymentor.com and membership. So I will be posting the PDF in a little while. This is a look at my Sunny Side of the Street newsletter. You can see at the bottom of it, I post in every newsletter, and every day on my website, I post the Vantage Point prediction for tomorrow. I usually post that at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, California time. So just quickly, I was #1 commodity trading advisor twice, two adjoining years. And they were using SunnyBands in my DMA, which I'm going to show you. And there you can see Rourke International right on top. The next runner up was 142%. I made 365%. I grew up dirt poor in Appalachia. I have 3 degrees in mathematics and 1 in photography. I've been programming for 54 years, trading for almost 42. I was a systems programmer for Lockheed Missiles and Space, and a founder of ISCO, the world's leader in computer graphics software. I retired when I was 30 and gave my millions to money managers. They lost $75,000 in 3 weeks, and I took the money back and said, I think I can do that poorly on my own. So I taught myself to trade through reading. I've read 117 related books in the beginning of my trading career, and now have read 745. And I have most of them in my library. I didn't enter a single trade for the first year of watching the market. Although I was still a trader, I was a learning, aspiring trader. I published a monthly magazine for 8 years called Trader's Catalog and Resource Guide. I've authored 5 best-selling books, not counting the one Going Vegan with Linda Blair, my good friend. And now I'm working on, we just changed the title, The Definitive Guide to TradeStation's Easy Language and Object-Oriented Easy Language with Sam Tennis. I've written articles for all the major magazines. And here are the covers of my books. I'll give you those real quick. I ghost wrote Using Easy Language 9.x with Murray Ruggiero. There's the magazine. There's Linda Blair. And I have to change the cover now because I've changed the title, but that's the new book that's coming out. Here you can see I've been consistently rated among the top 10 consultants in the top 10 courses and seminars. I belong to all the important societies and associations. I have a Facebook page that you can go to see what I think about the market currently. And just look for Sunny Harris on Facebook. There's also a great big guy who's a football player that's named Sunny Harris. That's not me. So that's it. And I do have customers all over the world, as you can see. So do you know how to make a 6-figure income? Well, of course, the old joke is start with a 7-figure income. But if you want to make 120 grand a year, that's a decent living from trading. So let's plan it. Let's figure out exactly how that breaks down. So 120 grand divided by 12 months is 10 grand a month. That doesn't sound as unsurmountable as 120 a year, but 10,000 a month divided by 20 trading days tells you you only need to make $500 a day to make that. 5 trades at $100 each. That's it. If you can pull that out, you're making a really good living. And there is usually between $1,000 and $3,500 per day potential in the S&P, going long and short, just one contract. And then we also have to ask, are you a trader or an investor? An investor buys and holds for the long term. A trader gets in and out, goes long and short, hoping to get short-term profits. I'm both of these in two different portfolios. I have a stock portfolio and a futures portfolio. I'm going to break it all down for you and show you exactly how I trade. This picture, next picture looks complex, but it's really not, and I'll teach you how to read it. I use color coding keys to key me into action. So here's the Dow without anything on it, just the daily chart of the Dow. How do you invest in that? I mean, how do you decide when it's going up, when it's way down, and when it's going down, when it's way up? So we add SunnyBands to it, and that's the channels around my dynamic moving average in the center. The purple and gold lines in the center are my DMA, and the channels are formed by adding average true ranges to the whichever lines on top, and on the bottom by subtracting them. So we get these are not symmetrical. You'll notice that this is going up and this is going down. So they're not symmetrical because of the way I calculate them, which is different. And here's the dynamic moving average histogram. So we've got the dynamic moving average in purple and gold lines in the middle. And then we've got the histogram on the bottom that gives me different colors that tell me, for instance, right here, it's telling me that's a long signal. The SunnyBands rules say red bars come down, penetrate the outer band, and go back up on blue. I have them blue instead of green because green is the color of the SunnyBands and they get indistinguishable. So the SunnyBands rule right there says that's a long trade. The green down here says, yes, that's a long trade. And so we buy on the next bar, which is this little bitty bar right here. We go through some whipsaw as we go back and forth under the flat dynamic moving average, and then we'll go on up. So let's look for a second at buy and hold versus trading. Traders, well, buy and hold, you would buy over here on the left of the chart and you're still holding over here on the right of the chart. Well, that's a loss. But if you trade all of these yellow dots, which is my PHW indicator, you go short here, long here, short here, long here, short, etc. And those are what traders are looking for because they're in and out, in and out. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 trades on this chart in not quite 12 months. And that's what a trader would do, in and out, in and out. So the PHW stood for potential hourly wage, potential hourly wage. My question was, and I'm always asking questions of the market. I always ask, what is true? Tell me what's true, and I'll look at the indicator and see what is true of the indicator with respect to price movement. And what I wanted to know here was, can you make more money trading or working at McDonald's? So you figure out what your hourly wage is with trading, and then see if you can make that more than, say, $15 an hour at Walmart or McDonald's or something. And if you can, then you should trade. If you can't, go work at McDonald's. The dots are the ideal turning points. They're not necessarily the points that we could catch, but they are the ideal points. And we can't be perfect. So I just take 60% of the ideal as my goal. So if 60% of the ideal is 200,000, if the ideal profit is 200,000, we would take 60% to get our $120,000 out of that goal. So buying at the beginning of the chart and selling at the end, you would make on the Dow, you'd make $2,778 per share. But if we trade instead of buy and hold, then trading the highs and lows with PHW, getting 60% of the ideal on the same chart is $80,675. So if you can catch these moves, $80,000 is a lot better than $2,000. So how do you know when to get long and short? Did you know in 1982 to buy Apple and hold it for 40 years? I look at my SunnyBands indicator and the histogram and my PHW indicators, and that's how I know when to go long and short. They're the entire basis of my trading. Here's the same idea on Ethereum. The rules are it goes up on red. Let's see if I can get a pencil. Oh, no, that. Hang on just a second. Spotlight. All right. So right here. No, that's not. Right here is a yellow dot. Blue came up over the top of the SunnyBands and then turned red and touched inside the SunnyBands, so we go short. All the way down to here, it turns blue, red candle, blue candle, goes back up to the inner band. That's showing weakness because it can't make it all the way up. So we know more sellers are present than buyers. We write it down, 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 down until right here it goes outside the band and then back in. We're long like that. As it comes down, red outside the band, blue back in, and we're long again. So if you could make lose $170 on Ethereum by buying and holding versus making 19,000 trading, that's by going long and short on a daily chart. You can use these indicators on any symbol and on any time frame. Doesn't matter what you want to trade. Here's the E-mini, which is what I specialize in. And you can see there where all my trades are. Here it is on a 30-minute chart. Same E-mini, but on a different chart. You can see right there, it signaled long up to where? About here, somewhere in here. It's hard to see on a small screen. I'm trading on a laptop. I have an Alienware laptop that I use to trade. So if you're interested in that, I'll be happy to talk to you about trading computers. I don't sell them, but I have opinions. This is the E-mini on a 5-minute chart. Same idea, 5 minutes. Oh, I have one more thing on this chart. You see here how the bars are light green and then magenta, light green and magenta. That means this is in the night session, after hour session. The blue and red candles are automatically painted to tell me that I'm in the day session. I don't want to have to think too much while I'm trading. I need to react to the market and follow my strategy. I don't need to be thinking about whether it's daytime or nighttime. So that just real quickly clues me in so I can see the day session. Here's another one, Apple. This is a 15-minute chart. Again, you can see the longs, and if we go short down here all the way to here, long, 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 continue, green, down inside, and we're out. This is Apple on a daily chart. You can see the SunnyBands rules apply just as well for this. Red candle turns blue, goes up, hits the inner band, continues to go up, 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 up. Red, blue candle out, red candle in, and we go short. On a weekly chart, same Apple, same idea, weekly chart of that. Shows you all the ideal entries and exits. In the same amount of time at a starting value of 47 cents in 1981 and a current price of 149, the investor made 399%. That's pretty good on Apple. But the trader made 635% profit. Of course, this is theoretical, but you know, it works. And the day trader who's going in faster on a faster chart, like 15 minutes or 5 minutes or something, made almost 1,300%. So that's why I'm both a trader and an investor. So is it possible? Well, yes and no. You can't catch all the moves. Nobody does. But according to my research, you can only capture about 60% of each move. You leave 20% out on the entry and 20% on the exit, which gives you 60%. And that's what's reflected in my PHW indicator. While the investor must sit through long periods of scary negative markets. So to me, it's far more lucrative and far more comforting to be trading intraday in the markets rather than daily charts. And the trader can go short. I don't short stocks I don't like to be on margin and I don't get margin calls usually because I watch it pretty closely, but I do look at the Dow Jones on a daily basis to get the overall direction from the SunnyBands, and then I look at my 5-minute charts for the trades. So we're going to look at the Dow because it's something we're all familiar with. It's reported daily on all the news channels, and we can all relate to the numbers. If they report the Dow is down 300 points, you know what that means. You have a feeling for it. In the last few weeks, we have recovered 18% from its lows. So we're doing pretty well on this up. Last week, it gained 1,200 points. The Dow is now only down just about 9% from its highs, and it was down close to 25%. So there we have the daily chart of the Dow. You can see here it went down on blue, up on red. Right there we got long, and we stay long, and still long on the daily chart. You can see these green words out at the right. BH, that's buy and hold, would be $28.26. The ideal would be, and it's off the chart, so I can't read it, but it gives me the ideal profit, PHW profit, the ideal number of trades, and the date span that we're looking at. So you get all, just move the chart over to the left, and you get to see all those words giving you ideas of what's going on. Here's Dow on a weekly chart. Same story, same SunnyBand, same indicators, work on any time frame and on any symbol. Here we have a long signal right here, goes down on red and back up on blue inside. We're long until right here when it breaks the DMA. So I also look at Vantage Point software. It's artificial intelligence that gives you a prediction as to tomorrow's range. And I like to have this in the back pocket before I tackle the market so I can have some idea where the range will be. And I post it daily on moneymentor.com. It's there for free. You can see it every day after 4 Pacific time. And if you want to ask them about Vantage Point, here's a link. You can get free training. And that again will be on the PDF. So here's the prediction for today. I got this last night, and you can see it's predicted to be an up day with that range. Something tells me that it's going to be, it's already up. Oh, if the Dow is up, let's see. Dow is up 92 whole points. So we're going to have some wicks on that range, it looks like. This is YM, which is the Dow futures contract. And you can see here it is on a 15-minute chart. Right over here, we got a short signal. Stay short, comes back up on blue, and now we're long. You can see that that was from yesterday. So it works on any chart, any time frame. So we're going to look for a second at standard or simple moving averages and see. I mean, they're quoted in Barron's and Investors Business Daily and the Wall Street Journal, and everybody's looking at the standard average, and that's 21 usually. Some people look at 20, others look at 21. So I use the 21-day moving average, the 50-day, and the 200-day. And you see those all the time. As soon as we break out of the 200-day moving average overhead, we're going to be off to the races, as if we're not already. And then I'm going to get to my bullish and bearish stuff. So here the moving averages are on the chart. This is YM, 15 minutes. You can see this dotted ochre colored moving average on here. It says 200 at the right side. It says greater than 200. So we know price is greater than the 200 moving average. Look up here. Here's the 21, greater than the 21, which is the blue one that's coming in under price here. But it is less than the 50-day moving average. So we're kind of in an inversion here with it printing those values out there again for my convenience because I don't want to be thinking about it. These are simple moving averages, however, and simple moving averages have a fault. There's a short signal, immediately followed by a long signal. This is the, what is this? I think it's 9 and 18 inputs, 9-day and 18-day move or period moving average. You see there's another short signal and another long signal, and it just keeps going back and forth with all these signals. So let me show you. Here's my dynamic moving average. You can already see the difference between these. There's the long signal. Here's the short signal. And we didn't take, because this, well, I invented the dynamic moving average because I realized early on that whipsaw kills you. So in a whipsaw period, you don't want your moving average to go back and forth across itself. So I created original mathematics that, because I am a mathematician, that reduces this whipsaw, because what it does is recalculates the input values for the moving average over and over again with each tick of the market. So you can see gold is on top. That means overall bullish. Gold's still on top. Gold's still on top until right there. And there's the sell signal. Here's another buy signal and a sell signal. Instead of 15 signals, we got 4. And here it is with the SunnyBands. Oh yeah, here. See, it calculates its own inputs dynamically with every tick of the market. And that's something nothing else does. The bands are average 2 ranges from the dynamic moving average, as I told you, and it recalculates with every tick of the market. Here we go with SunnyBands on the same chart. And you can see the difference. You can see how the dynamic moving average is moving gold, 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 gold. We come down below the line and we're going short. Red above, green. Red below, green, and we go long again. Here's the strategy performance report for that one. Of course, this is hypothetical. This is the system measured against 2 years of data. So $90,000 in 2 years ain't half bad. I get asked a lot, is it like Bollinger Bands? And the word, no. Bollinger Bands have a simple moving average, which is the one that whipsaws the most, with standard deviation bands. I don't use standard deviations. I use average true range. And standard deviation tells you where the market should go, while average true range tells you where the market is going. And I think is going is a better measure than should go. So standard moving averages produce the worst whipsaw, and I'm going to show you Bollinger Bands on the next chart. Here we go. That's a chart with Bollinger Bands on the YM again, the Dow futures. And I see it come down below here, follow my same rules, go up above, and this would be the short signal when the the blue bar turns red and moves down in there. But SunnyBands would keep you long over into here. And the Bollinger Bands go way out of the way of price. See that? And here are the Bollinger Band signals. This is standardly offered in TradeStation. And here's that performance report. Again, hypothetical, minus $3,800 on the Bollinger Band rules. And here's the signals for the SunnyBands, 12,400 in about a month of trading. And here you can see the SunnyBands and the Bollinger Bands. The Bollinger Bands are red and light blue. SunnyBands are green and teal. And you can see right here, that's night market. So I don't trade the night market. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like it. And here, if we look at these 3 moving averages, we look at them for bullish and bearish signals. Here they are with the moving averages on the Dow. This is the daily. And you can see we are now above the 200-day moving average, which is highly positive. And I think we're going to go to right here, test this high before we break through any further. So we've got about 3 or 4 days left before that's actually going to touch that. I call these attractors. Horizontal lines, Fibonacci lines, moving averages are attractors. They attract price to them. It's like reversion of the mean. So I put attractors on my chart in the very early stages of constructing a chart. Here's the weekly YM, same story. We've got a trend line that comes down like this, and we broke it yesterday. Well, last Friday. This isn't today's chart. Same thing on a 15-minute chart. These moving averages apply even when it's shorter term. They're not daily, obviously, because this is 15 minutes. But the 50 moving average is 50 15-minute periods. 21 is 21 15-minute periods. So those are the averages on that. But people watch them, so I have to watch them. So I mentioned attractors. I coined the term to describe all kinds of support and resistance, including moving averages, which tend to revert to the mean. The next thing I put on my charts is SunnyBands, and this will be clickable. You can see here it's clickable when we get to the PDF post. And the SunnyBands is based on my dynamic moving average, which is the gold and purple lines at the center of the chart. So on the 3 moving averages, I'm watching, this is a 15-minute again, I'm watching for price to break the moving average and continue on up to the next moving average. You see that? So I keep this on my trading screen. I have a live trading room every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. California time. And in there, I show you how I trade live. And you can watch me do it, and you can give me suggestions if you want, or ask me all the questions you want. And I explain what I'm doing. And you'll see there that I have a 1-minute chart with an NQ on it, the NASDAQ, and I watch it play with those moving averages, 2150 and 200 all day long. It's kind of an early signal for the S&P. So here are the moving average attractors and the horizontal lines I've drawn. This one goes from this price back here. You can see it stumbles, so that's a good attractor. This one comes off the bottom of the chart. So we have this looks like a right sidebar. So we have a red one going down and a blue one going up. And now we come to the next attractor and stumble for a few bars before going on up again. Here's an attractor up here, and there's another one up at the top of the bars. So I like to draw attractors, and I can watch price go back and forth through them all the time. Here we are with SunnyBands again. If you put it all together, you can see how I watch all 3 of these inputs. So, and the one on the bottom, the purple and gold dots, that's called who's on top. It tells me at a glance whether the purple or the gold is on top, because right in through here, you can see that it's pretty congested and they're close together, so you can't really tell whether purple or gold is on top at that point. If you look down below, you can see that up to this point, purple was on top, and then gold went on top. So when gold's on top, I'm largely looking for long trades, and when purple's on top, I'm largely looking for short trades. I don't use that as my entries. I don't use the crossover as my entries. I trade the SunnyBands with red going down, blue going back up, that way. Here's how I choose stocks. Now, I don't short stocks. I buy them and hold them. And then I wait for a sell signal to take profits. And then I get out and wait for the next buy signal. So this next chart tells me which are above the moving averages and whether my DMA is bullish or bearish and what the potential profit is. So now this is a little bit congested, but you'll see people get used to it in my Sunny Side of the Street newsletter that's always posted every week. So this is a radar screen in TradeStation. I've got the S&P 500 in here. And here's my PHW indicator, buy and hold, ideal profit, PHW total, and the number of trades. So you can see in yellow what's the most tradable because it makes the most money. And I've sorted them by this PHW total. I also have my moving average 3 lines, which I just showed you, the 21, 50, and 200. You can see here, this one's all green, 4,155, 85, all green. So that means it's above all 3 moving averages. So if you go through and look for the ones that are above all 3 moving averages, those are good bets. And on the right, I have my DMA. So here's the Sunny DMA right here, says it's bullish. The direction is up, up. On this green one, bearish, down, but now up. Bullish, was going up, but is now going down. So I can tell what's going on lots and lots of stocks this way. I also use the TradeStation scanner, which I think I'm going to show you that in a few minutes. So I look for stocks that are above all three moving averages, and I screen for high performers. So these stocks are still bullish when they come up on the scan, and there's that. So you can see here that I scanned 3,600 stocks, and 762 of them came up true in this scan, which means they're above all three of the moving averages. So to screen further, we would screen on volume or liquidity or all kinds of other things that you can put in there. So here's Tesla, which is my favorite stock, on with my powerhouse indicators. I call them SunnyBands, dynamic moving average histogram, and who's on top. Oh, and PHW, which is the yellow dots. I have a question. Do I have a web-based platform? TradeStation does. I don't. And do I offer my indicators on Thinkorswim? I'm sorry, no, I don't. They're available for TradeStation and multi-charts. And here's what Vantage Point said yesterday about Tesla's direction today. So you see that they're looking for an outside bar, up, but outside. Let's do the same thing in the ES. No one trades the big boy anymore, the S&P. When it was active, I traded 20 contracts at a time. The margin was 50 grand per contract. These are the good old days. Now the ES is the E-mini contract of the S&P 500, and they also have the MES, which is a tenth of that. So margin right now on the E-mini is 11,000, and the ES came into being on September 9th, 1997. The S&P itself came into being in 1982, which is the year I actually started placing trades in the market, and I started right out with that. But it's not as recognizable as the Dow. If I tell you the S&P is down 48 points, you don't relate to that. You know how much 300 points Dow is, but you don't really recognize, and I still don't. I just pay attention to the Dow. But the ES is the most liquid commodity. Don't buy something you can't sell. So don't buy penny stocks that have hardly any liquidity. You have to find a buyer if you're going to short them, or you have to find a seller if you're going to get out of a long position. So here it is on a 5-minute chart, and that's what I trade, is this 5-minute chart. All my charts look identical, just for the bars and the data that it's processing, but they're all SunnyBands, dynamic moving average, histogram, and who's on top. Here's today's prediction from Vantage Point. Here's today's prediction. And you can see it's, what is it? Is it coming true? It Dow's up 122. That's not much. Let's look at the NASDAQ on a 60-minute chart for a minute. And we see the same stuff. Yellow dots, histogram, SunnyBands. And you can see that the long signal was right here on this big bar. And it kept on going up and up and up till right here when it signaled to exit that trade or go short. In January, I said in an Outlook for 2022 article that the market is seriously overbought, but it can stay that way for a long time. I think the ES will correct down to the SunnyBands midline at 41.90. How soon? I don't know. I'm just reading the mathematics of the chart. And it corrected to 40.86 by the end of February. So that one worked. Then I also look at Fibonacci retracements. You can see here from this high to this low is where I drew the Fibonacci retracements, right through there. And you can see Fibonacci is magical in that you can see it hit these lines over and over and over again, all those retracements. And now it didn't quite make it down to the minus 2360, but it tried the lower SunnyBands and gave a long signal there. My next projection was that the ES would drop to the DMA midline, which was at 42.11 on the monthly chart, and maybe on down to the Fib 23.6 line. which is at 36.97. Currently, we're at 43.89. Let's see, we're at 4007 at the moment on the chart. So what happened? I'm betting my money on shorts. Now, does everybody know what short means? And chat me if you already know what short means. Yeah, we got one yes. Somebody's participating. There we go. All right. So short is trying to bet that the market is going down and you can profit from the distance it travels. And when I said it was going to go down to 36.97 on my prediction, it actually went down to 35.02. So that's not bad. So long means you're buying, short means you're selling with the promise of buying it back later, hopefully at a lower price. The market often goes down faster than it goes up, so I like to trade short, and they can be very profitable if you catch them just right. On 11/13, which is a couple of days ago, I think the market will continue on up to 35,100. I think that's where the Dow's going. And we're currently at 33,838. So we've got some points to go. I do think it will stumble and retrace downward after that. So I print out my charts every night after trading hours and after the after hour session has opened. So I look at these things, study them in detail every night to see what the market did and what I did by comparison. Did I catch the yellow dots? Then I'm doing a good job with my system. Did I catch these yellow dots? So that is my printout. There's my main chart. Here's the 5-minute S&P, long and short, long and short. There are usually 3 to 5 moves during a 6.5-hour day. And that's really all there is to it. I look at the attractors. I study the histogram and the SunnyBands. I trade the E-mini on 1-minute and 5-minute charts. I trade 3 to 5 times a day. But with equities, I buy and hold for weeks to months to years, depending on the signals I get. So I hold them. If I hold it for a week, that's long-term to me. I do have a YouTube channel. I've got help on all kinds of things, using my website, receiving and installing the indicators. I've even got one up there, some days you don't win. I even showed a losing day. And how to overlay 2 different time frames on a single chart, so you can have SunnyBands overlaid on 1- and 5-minute charts, or daily and weekly, or whatever it is you're interested in. My website is moneymentor.com. There it is. You see I post my phone number right up at the top and my email address. Give me a call. I'd love to talk to you and get to know you and what you are trading. So the number's there for your use. My products are all developed for use in my own trading. I didn't develop them to sell them to you, but I do sell them, and I show you exactly how I use them. I don't hold anything back at all. I train you to use them for free, and I'm always available by phone or email. You can almost always get in touch with me. I work from 7 a.m. to 8 or 9 p.m. every day, 7 days. So don't be afraid of waking me up or catching me indisposed. I do have bundle discounts available now until the 22nd of November. You can get as much as 30% off by clicking on the bundle prices. I've done lots of free forums, free for members of the Money Mentor. And I did a strategy trading forum and an easy language forum and a technical analysis forum, and just lots of them. I offer education and consulting, easy language programming services. If you have PlayStation or multi-charts, I love to do mentoring. I have a complete bookstore on my website. You can buy books that are just trading books. I don't have novels on there. I have just trading books. I have a distance learning class called Solving the Puzzle. And the indicators, and these are the indicators that I use myself in my own trading. I don't have anything extraneous that's just to sell. The things I offer are all used in my own trading. And of course, my Sunny Side of the Street free Sunday night newsletter. And if you sign up for that, you can get an automatic discount of 10%, or you can go to the bundle offers up to the 22nd of November to get up to 30% off. If you'd like to have a free 7-day trial of any or all of my indicators, or not all of them, there's 20 some. But if you want me to send you the best 6 ones, I'd be happy to put it on your computer for you for free. These slides are going to be posted if you sign up for free membership. Go to moneymentor.com membership, and you sign up and you get the slides in the membership area. So you go to moneymentor.com and click on membership. Are there any questions? I'd like to talk to you and see if I can answer any questions before my time is up. I'm going to look at the charts. I'm in the chat window. And it looks like there are no questions. Did everybody understand what I said? Or was that too fast? If it's too fast, I do have a live demo that goes through it all in detail and slower. You can go to moneymentor.com. What do we click on? Let's see real quick. Moneymentor.com, click on products and services. Nope, it's not there. I'll have to post it. It gives me a little more programming to do today. So what is the price? Please share the link for your Sunday newsletter. The link is www.moneymentor.com. Here, let me just type it in. moneymentor.com/membership.html. The prices, if you will remember the slides where I showed the quips and quotes of recent users. The one guy says he made $57.72 in his first day of trading with a free trial. So I charge I think it's $29.95 for SunnyBands. And if you can make $57.72 in a day and you pay $29.95 for SunnyBand, it's cheap by comparison. I issue the Vantage Point prediction every day at 4 o'clock California time. And any more? Oh, you need to have an account with TradeStation to use your strategy. Yes, you do need an account with them, but you don't have to fund it. You can get a free account and trade in simulated mode, and that way you can see how they work. I will drop the PDF in. If you go to this link that I just posted, moneymentor.com membership.html, if you go there and sign up as a free member, then you can get into the membership page, which is the private page for members only. And that's where the link will be there. So you just click on this link, takes you to membership, sign up for membership, and then the PDF will be there. So there's no such thing as a stupid question. And I thank you very much, Anka and David. Thank you for hosting the event. I've really enjoyed talking with you. And thanks for your attendance. I appreciate it. And I know people are going to listen to this afterwards. I do love to visit with people, so give me a call. We'll just visit. Here's my contact info. Don't hesitate. There's my cell phone, which is in my pocket at all times. Here's my email, sunny@moneymentor.com, and my website, moneymentor.com. All right, David, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay, excellent. So I did it. It's over. I thank everybody so much for attending.
Well, you still technically have till 4. Do you want to look at some charts or stuff, or
No.
are you done? Okay.
I think I'm done.
Okay.
That was an hour, so
Great.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Well, great presentation.
Thank you
Thank,
so much, David.
thank you for being here.
Bye.